Have you ever woken up from a dream and felt like something had actually happened to you? The room is quiet, your phone is still dark, and the day has barely started, but your chest feels heavy, as if you just lost someone, failed something, or returned from a place you cannot explain. You know it was only a dream, but your body does not seem to know that yet. It may still feel sad, afraid, embarrassed, lonely, or strangely attached to someone who was never really there. That is one of the most mysterious things about dreaming. A dream can disappear in seconds, but the feeling it leaves behind can stay for hours. You may go through your morning knowing the story made no sense, while still feeling the emotional weight of it. This video uses the phrase "the dream theater" as a simple explanation framework. It is not a clinical diagnosis, and it is not an official scientific term. It is a way to understand why dreams can feel less like random images and more like emotional performances inside the mind. In this theater, your brain may not replay reality exactly as it happened. Instead, it may rearrange memories, body signals, fears, longings, and unfinished emotions into a strange inner film. That does not mean every dream has a hidden message. It also does not mean your dream is predicting the future or revealing a secret truth. But dreams can sometimes show what your mind and body are still trying to process. During sleep, the brain is not simply switched off. Especially during REM sleep, many people experience vivid dreams, emotional scenes, and unusual storylines. REM sleep is also connected with memory processing and emotional regulation, although dreams are still not fully understood. One helpful way to think about it is this: your brain keeps working at night, but it changes languages. During the day, your mind often uses plans, explanations, social control, and logical order. At night, the mind may use images, symbols, sensations, and emotional connections instead. That is why dreams can be completely illogical and still feel deeply meaningful. They may not make sense as events, but they can make sense as emotions. One reason dreams may feel more emotional than real life is that real life has filters. During the day, you can distract yourself. You can act fine in front of other people. You can tell yourself that something did not hurt, that it was not a big deal, or that you will think about it later. You can push a feeling down because there is work to do, messages to answer, or people to take care of. But in dreams, those filters can become quieter. You do not have to perform stability. You do not have to explain your reaction. You do not have to make your emotions socially acceptable. So something that felt small during the day may return at night with much more force. A missed text can become abandonment. A tense conversation can become a room you cannot escape. A quiet fear can become someone chasing you through a street that keeps changing. The dream may exaggerate the story, but it may be carrying a real emotional charge. This is part of why dreams can feel so intense. They are not always written in the language of facts. They are often written in the language of feeling. Another piece of the dream theater is memory. While you sleep, the brain can connect pieces of experience that were never next to each other in real life. A face from years ago may appear inside a place you visited last week. A childhood room may merge with a modern apartment. Someone you barely thought about may walk into a dream carrying a feeling from a completely different part of your life. This does not mean that person is secretly important in a literal way. It may simply mean your brain borrowed their image to hold a certain emotion. Dreams often do this. They use people, rooms, weather, doors, roads, and objects like stage props. The prop is not always the point. The feeling it carries may be the point. That is why it can be more useful to ask what a dream felt like, instead of asking what every symbol means. Was the main feeling fear? Was it shame? Was it longing? Was it being left behind? Was it being trapped, watched, exposed, ignored, or finally safe? The plot may be confusing, but the emotional pattern may be clearer. And sometimes that pattern is connected to something your waking mind has been avoiding. Not because you are weak, not because you're dramatic, but because the mind often protects us by postponing what we cannot handle all at once. There is also a theory about dreams called threat simulation theory. One idea behind it is that some dreams may help the brain rehearse danger, conflict, or uncertainty. This theory does not explain every dream, and researchers continue to debate why dreaming happens. But it offers a useful lens for some common dream patterns. Being chased, being late, losing your voice, forgetting something important. trying to escape a building, standing in front of people unprepared. These dreams may not be warnings that something terrible is coming. They may be the brain practicing emotional threat, responsibility, pressure, or lack of control. For people who have lived with long-term stress or emotional insecurity, this can feel especially familiar. The nervous system may become used to scanning for what could go wrong. At night, that scanning can continue in a dreamlike form. This does not mean you are broken. It may mean your nervous system learned to protect you very early, very often, or for very long. And sometimes it keeps protecting you even when the danger is no longer in the room. That is why the emotional aftermath of a dream can be so powerful. You wake up in your bed, but your body still feels as if it is inside the dream. Your heart may be faster. Your stomach may feel tight. Your throat may feel closed. Your face may still carry the expression from a scene that never happened. This is one reason the phrase, "it was just a dream," does not always help. The thinking part of you may know it was not real, but the feeling part of you may still be waiting for safety signals. Emotions are not only thoughts, they also live in the body. This is related to interoception, the way we sense internal body states like heartbeat, tension, warmth, nausea, or tightness. When a dream activates emotion, the body may need time to return to the present. Your mind may wake up quickly. Your body may leave the dream theater more slowly. So, instead of forcing yourself to immediately understand the dream, it can help to return gently to the room. Look at the walls. Notice the light. Feel the blanket, the floor, or the temperature of the air. Take a sip of water if you can. Then say something simple to yourself. That was a dream, and I'm here now. This is not magic, and it is not a cure for sleep problems or distress. It is simply a way to help attention move from the dream world back into present moment cues. After a strong dream, you may also ask 3 gentle questions. What emotion did this dream leave behind? Where have I felt a smaller version of that emotion recently? What do I need right now? Comfort, rest, boundaries, support, or simply a slower morning? The goal is not to decode the dream like a secret puzzle. The goal is to listen to what your emotional system may still be carrying. Some dreams are just fragments. Some are echoes of stress. Some are memory pieces stitched together in strange ways. Some may be the brain trying to soften, rehearse, or reorganize an emotional experience. But no dream gets to define you. A painful dream does not mean you're doomed. A strange dream does not mean something is wrong with you. A dream about someone from the past does not automatically mean you should return to them. It may only mean your mind used an old image to process a current feeling. This distinction matters, because when dreams feel intense, it is easy to treat them as evidence. Evidence that you are not over something. Evidence that you secretly want something. Evidence that you are unsafe, guilty, broken, or strange. But dreams are not courtrooms. They are not always giving verdicts. Sometimes they are more like emotional rehearsals, unfinished conversations, and memory fragments moving through the dark. They may reveal weight, not necessarily truth. They may reveal fear, not necessarily danger. They may reveal longing, not necessarily instruction. That is the softer way to understand the dream theater. It does not ask, what is the one correct meaning of this dream? It asks, what feeling was trying to be seen? And that question is often kinder. If your dreams are frequent, disturbing, or affecting your sleep and daily life, it can be a good idea to talk with a qualified professional. Not because you're damaged, but because no one should have to carry heavy nights alone. For many people, dreams become more emotional than real life because waking life requires so much control. You have to be polite. You have to be productive. You have to keep going. You have to explain yourself in ways other people understand. But at night, the mind does not always follow those rules. It opens a small theater in the dark. It brings out old props, unfinished scenes, and feelings that never found a quiet place to land. And then, for a few strange minutes, you feel everything without the usual filters. That can be frightening. It can also be human. So if you wake from a dream feeling shaken, try not to rush into judging yourself. Maybe your dream was not more real than real life. Maybe it was simply less edited than your waking day. Maybe it was not an answer. Maybe it was a doorway. And when you wake up, you do not have to carry the whole dream with you. You only have to carry one gentle truth. Whatever your mind was trying to process, your feelings are allowed to be seen softly.